with the Atlanta Falcons. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
40. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, right. Switch it through.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be corralled right. Around the 34.
A gain of 14. First down, Falcons.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
22. Here we go, D.
From the 39, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. 16 yards, a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Let's go. Under 10.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check. 21. Hey, exit. 6-man.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from second to third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That was the corner, Robert Alford, with a sack. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. To throw is Murray, and he's going to go down again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Buying time to us, and that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Watch the screen.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run. Devontae Freeman. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
25. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Ready, blue lady. Blue lady. Check. Hey, orbit.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The 20. 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 73 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run for an offense that has not found the end zone. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and now it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. But now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
It's fourth down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Vic Beasley. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
From the 24, Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Check 24. Check 24. Undercut. 51. Check.
Now Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Murray from midfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. Third and long. Throwing on third and long. Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Another base. Here we go. Wait.
On first and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Ryan, and it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This complete to the tight end play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing now is Murray. Throw left side, caught by Butler. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, 25, 54, set.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That's taken on the 25. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Going deep for his tight end play. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charles Clay, 34 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Right to the Falcons now. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Check 21. Check 3. Got it.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're able to to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, check.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Ready? Check 45 to Mike. Coming to you.
1st down, Murray. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 59 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Andy Isabella was the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.